Happy Friday. As you can see, this isn't casual Friday for me. I'm kind of looking pretty formal. But I don't even know if really there's a difference between Wednesday or Friday or Monday right now, but happy Friday all the same, and I do hope you have a great weekend. As we continue through 1 John, we're going to continue looking at this theme of obedience. We're going to see more of the theme of keeping God's commands, and also just the result of that in being in God's word. Because how can we be obedient or keep commands if we don't know what those commands or what we're to be obedient to is, unless we know God's word? So continuing in 1 John chapter 2, 3 through 6, the text says this: "And by this we know that we have come to know him if we keep his commands. Whoever says, 'I know him,' but does not keep his commands is a liar, and the truth is not in him. But whoever keeps his word, in him truly the love of God is perfected. By this we may know that we are in him. Whoever says he abides in him ought to walk in the same way in which he walked." John certainly doesn't mix words in this passage. Whoever says, "I know him," but does not keep his commands is a liar. Wow, that's pretty strong words. And I think we can claim a lot of things, but if there aren't facts or if there aren't things to back that up, then it's really hard to make a claim. So obedience has to be a measure of a Christian. It has to show up. And I think as we look at this text, it concludes by saying, whoever says he abides in him ought to walk in the same way in which he walked. So this idea of abiding, it takes time. It takes some actions on our part. And I think part of that is just to know God. And as we know God, and we can see this throughout the text, that God is a loving God. He calls us his children at the beginning of chapter 2. So walking in that abiding relationship will allow us to know him and truly experience his love. God's love will be perfected. So I think as we even go into this weekend, as we even walk through these challenging and trying times, to walk closely with God in an abiding relationship, to keep his commands and to be obedient, will produce a sense of peace and protection from a God who truly does love us.